The record, of course, is held 5 times winners held by Eduardo Kawak, who came originally from Lebanon and who lived part of his time in France and part of his time in Germany. Eduardo was a 5 times winner, all professional titles, outstanding physique at his best, excellent physique.
I mean, art affects the way people think. I mean, the way you listen to certain music, it affects the way you feel and think. You look at certain pieces of art hanging on the wall, or sculpture, it affects the way you feel and think, affects human life. Bodybuilding is nothing less, it's an art.
Our next competitor in France, Eduardo Kawak.
Martin said, everybody can be great. I was not the biggest, the strongest, or fastest, but my goals were clear. He says the lion is not the tallest animal in the jungle. The lion is not the largest animal in the jungle. The lion is not the smartest nor the most intelligent animal in the jungle. And yet when the lion shows up, he is king. You don't need to be intelligent. You don't need to be smart. You don't need to have a certain height. You don't need to have a certain weight. You don't need to have any kind of advantage, and yet you can be a leader.
I want to go back to the hot rod era in terms of bodybuilding. We need guys like that. I guess my message to you all is, if you can put it together in the gym, you can do anything. If you can put it together in the gym, and you can, if you want it bad enough in the gym, it will happen. And you can do that, it translates into life too. You can do anything in life you want to do if you have that attitude, which you all have in the gym, you touch in the gym.
Come on!
You're always rehearsing, you're always projecting, you're always thinking about where you want to go and how you want to get there and how it's going to happen. It doesn't happen by chance. Success just doesn't happen. You plan for it and you make it happen. Success is, it's a decision you make early in your career.
Competitor from France, Mr. Eduardo Kawak, 215 pounds.
Each muscle looks like it's just packed on other muscles. It's a look as if he's ready to explode with power. There's no free space.
Listen, our gravestone has a date when you were born and a date when you die. And they got a dash in between. And that dash defines what your legacy is. It's time.
One interesting point about Eduardo's system of training is that he eats a phenomenal amount of food. I remember going to the island, Mauritius Island. The first bodybuilder to visit that island was Eduardo, and everyone thought that, God, I'm a bodybuilder, so I must eat just like Eduardo did.
The energy and the look that I had from everybody was the same way it was in 81. They look at you, they're like, their eyes get big and they go, oh my. They have their breath, they sort of stop talking and their mouth, their jaw opens up. You know when you're looking good and you don't have, nobody has to tell you.
Finally coming into his own in the IFBB. He was unbelievable. I have never seen him look this good. And you can tell he knew it. He knew it, but when you look in his eye, he knew he was in shape. Now here's a guy that I think has enough muscle.
If the lion is the king of the jungle, how can he be the king of the jungle? If he's not the biggest, so how does the lion become the king of the jungle? His mentality.
Our winner tonight, taking home 10,000 pounds in cash, the sensational Eduardo Kawak. Eduardo Kawak. That's not play money, that's real money, folks.
Now here's a guy, Corey, with loads of muscle. They like mass, they like beef. He's got a lot of that.